So Nate, you've been working for some 3 decades in international development. And can you talk about how leadership development fits into some of the experiences you've had in terms of what the need is for leadership development?
Yeah, it's everywhere. I think my experience has mostly been at the subnational level, in other words, regional, local governments, working with chambers of commerce or in communities that want to build up their economies and create more jobs. And I think that there are many people in those environments that deeply want to work on growing their communities, and in a sense they're born leaders, but they oftentimes don't have skills they need to be successful leaders and understand how to work well with people and grow consensus and move people in a certain direction. So you're right, as I spent those decades working on often economic and community development and international development arenas in poor countries and countries that were doing a little bit better, in addition to whatever economic skills, I would continually think how important leadership is, which is what led us, when I was at RTI, to start working with you folks at CCL and Leadership Beyond Boundaries on this product that we've together called Economic Growth and Leadership. You can't do one without the other, and I think that's always true, whatever the discipline might be it education or health or governance. You've got to have the skills and the knowledge and the experience with a certain skill set, and then you also have to have the skills and understanding of how you, given your personality type, can be the best leader you possibly can.
Thank you. And I think you've had a focus, and when people think about leadership development, they tend to think about the people at the top, maybe at the national level, the top of organizations. But you've had a focus on this kind of capacity development for people at the subnational level, people who might be, for instance, mayors and civic officers or local business leaders, etc. Can you talk about that relative to how people out there in the world think about leadership development?
Yeah, I guess my experience, and again I'm thinking about the countries I've worked in most recently. I mean, these countries, they might be Liberia or Ghana or Ethiopia or Kenya or Jordan or Palestine. These are countries with traditionally fairly strong authoritarian central government or institutional leadership. In other words, in the capital city. But when you move away from the capital city and you move away from the central government, because so much has for so long been controlled from the top, the capacity for leadership and the numbers of people you might encounter who are ready to kind of stand up and sit up and be leaders for a particular cause or end result, they are few, and they may lack the self-confidence and the experience that's necessary to be an effective leader. So I guess it's part of the answer to the first question is I just think there's a great need for it, because I happen to believe that anything we want to make happen does not happen with the central government. It happens on the ground. It happens where a small business is, or where some entrepreneurial opportunity is, or where there's a school, or where there's a health center, or where there's a local government that's called upon to fix the potholes in the roads. You've got to have people with the leadership capacity to build institutions and make things happen that need to happen. So yes, the dearth of leadership skills and the need to democratize leadership development, which is what you are all about at LBB, is, in my experience, just very self-evident, very evident there.